I focused on the tomatoes, and actually with this we are using a semi-stale bread. It's going to be panzanella salad, which is a tomato bread salad. It's Italian. It has capers in it, red wine vinegar, and olive oil. Very simple, easy to do. You can grill the bread, you can bake the bread. Sometimes if you want to put seasonings on it, like croutons, you could do some dried basil or garlic or oregano. Always salt and pepper though if you're going to do that, and a little bit of olive oil. Usually people will do different things with the bread. I've seen it maybe a long baguette sliced on the bias, so you have little rounds like the crostini. I always choose diced because it's just easier to eat for people, and also the tomatoes are diced. These are the tomatoes from the garden, and they were delicious. They were really,
them
really
along
good.
the way?
I do.
Taste, only right.
This is just a simple dice. If you were to sixth the tomato, and then just cut them in half, and it's a pretty simple process. This you're going to mix in with the bread. The recipe I do have calls for garlic. As a chef, I do admit garlic in a lot of recipes when we do groups, because you either love it or hate it, or you could be allergic to it. So it is in the original recipe, but it's just a precaution that we take. So if you don't taste it, that's the reason why. And of course, just on TV, I don't use any measuring implements for large groups. You kind of know what you're doing. Try to use really good olive oil. Extra virgin is great. You don't want it too bitter though. It will take away from the taste of the tomato. So you want a light olive oil. And we're just using red wine vinegar. And you're just going to mix this up. And the purpose of using stale bread is that it doesn't absorb right away. Even though you're cooking it, you want stale bread so it creates a little bit of a barrier between the vinegar and the oil and flavoring the bread. And that's basically it. In the past, again, I tried to use what was in the garden. You can throw cucumbers in here. You can throw red onion in here. You can do black olives if you want. I chose not to because you had black olives in the first course. You can basically do anything you want. Peppers you could have used in the garden. But this is a basic panzanella salad with the bread and tomatoes and the vinegar and olive oil. And something else that I focused on was using more of the other vegetables.